raise their hands. I think the question is agreed by majority of the members present. I declare the motion passed. Third reading, Dutiable Commodities Amendment Bill 2017. Secretary for Food and Health. President, I move that the Dutiable Commodities Amendment Bill 2017 be read the third time and do pass. And I propose to question you that the Dutiable Commodities Amendment Bill 2017 be read the third time and do pass. Does any member wish to speak? I now put a question to you, Mr. Holden Chow. Thank you, President. I am grateful to the Secretary's very detailed reply. I listened to her reply very attentively, and she made some undertakings therein. At the earlier stage of this sitting, we raised some aspirations. For instance, Mr. Chen Han-pen raised suggestions as to the manpower and detailed arrangements of enforcement, including inspection of on-street retail outlets. She has for sure taken on board some of our views. In relation to the second part of our amendment, that is entry into domestic premises for gathering of evidence, that part of the amendment has been negatived by the Council. I hope the Secretary understands that we are of the view that this offense, this power is not really proportionate. We should not extend the power for inspectors to gather evidence in private premises, because after all, this is not a very serious offense. I hope that in enforcement, there can be regular reviews. So if you are worried that after enactment of the bill, some people may make use of their domestic premises to sell intoxicating liquor to underage persons. Now, if you note such a trend, and if the situation is so serious that we have to review the current arrangements, of course, I hope that the administration will get back to the Council for another round of discussion. But I hope you understand that at this stage, we really haven't observed this as a scenario. Mr. Holden Chow, this is the third reading debate. You should only say whether you support or oppose the bill. You should not rehearse points already made in your second reading speech. Yes, I'm coming back, President. President, I hope the administration understand this. I'm not label on this point further. We support the bill, and once again, the bill seeks to enhance protection for underage persons so that they will not become alcoholic.
So we support this amendment bill to plug the loophole of selling or supplying liquor to a minor. But as I mentioned at the earlier stage, we should target street-level shops. And I do have some suggestions in relation to that, apart from manpower arrangement and also the time for law enforcement officers to take action. There is a point on whether you can take swift action to deal with complaints. This is a question that we've been raising since the Bills Committee stage. I hope you can heed our views, and I hope that after passage of the bill, we can make sure that youths under 18 will not become alcoholic, and as we should protect them from being physically harmed by the effect of alcohol. I so submit, Mr. President, I support the amendment bill. Mr. Peter Shell. Thank Thank you. Mr. President, about this ordinance of prohibiting sale of liquor to a person under the age of 18, we support it in principle. But as I said just now, for law enforcement officers, for retail staff, they should be reminded. For the retailers, you should remind them, same as delivery company staff, because there are people who have collections of red wine at home, and it's possible that they may sell their collection to their friends, like Mr. Henry Tang. Well, he could also be offending the law unknowingly. So that depends on the age of the buyer, and one should note that. I just want to make this point. Does any other member wish to speak? I now put the question to you that the Dutiable Commodities Amendment Bill 2017 be read the third time. Would those in favour please raise their hands? Those against please raise their hands. The question is agreed by the majority of members present. I declare the motion passed. Dutiable Commodities Amendment Bill 2017.
This Council resumes the second reading debate on the